Migration is indeed one of the solutions of the global demographic divide, where some countries are experiencing a youth bulge and still grow rapidly despite stagnating or declining fertility, and others are aging and shrinking, some quite extremely. Some countries in Europe have lost already more than 10% of their population. Migration is the natural solution to bridge those challenges, and in fact, it is actually happening, but because it's happening and it's happening so forcefully, there's also much more resistance. I can talk about my own home country, where there is actually a consensus now that we need immigration, and you see it even from the German football team that won the World Cup last year, which is a multicultural team compared to those that won it 20, 30 years ago. But the deeper issue around the debate on migration has a lot to do with the broader competence of policy making and the way how we organize our work life and life in general. If we still have the belief, which is common in Europe, that you do get an education, you then go into your job, you may stay in this job for your life, and then you have a set date to retire, and think in this more fixed cake fallacy type of approach that there's a limited amount of work and others would risk of stealing your job instead of adding to the overall economic welfare, then we still have a long way to go in the broader discourse to understand that, well, by some measure, we all have been migrants, not just those of us who left their home countries, but those of our ancestors who did, and that in the end, economic development is actually something that builds on each other, and that the more people you have and the more talented people that can unleash their potential, you can actually get economic growth for everybody.